what it is. Every revolution or every political movement or any kind of change, and having someone, okay, CIA, which is fucking for you to call me CIA when you know I'm not.
Everything was politicized. It was, oh, this is when we became the left versus the right. But both sides are trash. In COVID,
his own thing. So it seems to be that money's the issue, that like we're using money and that's how politics is being pushed. Because now we've seen what someone does when they use their own money and it doesn't seem to be a solution. So I feel like we take money out of politics, we'll have a much better political system.
Politician, you think they're gonna come out and tell me the truth? They was lying to my mama. They ain't gonna never tell us.
So everybody, we look at certain things just because, oh, this happens in the hood or we see this every day. All the way up. These people were speaking truth. King, we could talk X, we could talk it all. They were speaking truth.
What's going on in anyone's mind, but let's take it as a given that Gray's argument is true, that the argument to not have ID is that it would be discriminatory versus certain socioeconomic brackets or something. It's like
the world's greatest trial run of what people will do and what people won't do. And we are the only country on the planet that really fought against the government.
Explain. Good question. I'll give you the answer. The Republican Party constantly talks about transgenders and transgender surgery to minors.
I'm mostly on the left, ideologically, but I don't associate with the Democrats because they're not ideologically on the left. The Democrats are clowns, and they're also losers.
About to be any engaging conversation. It's not about to be any discourse about different political ideologies, what works and what doesn't. If that is the outcome, right? For example, I'm not gonna go and just put myself in the middle of a KKK rally.
Verify me, I'm not a fucking fed. They always do this. I'll say this, right? But they did the same thing to Nick. We've seen the video. They'll call people who are genuine and authentic feds because
the interesting thing to me is that the ones that claim that they believe the Constitution are now trampling the Constitution. The ones that said they believed in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, right, are now going against the freedom of speech.
leadership perspective.
They don't have no plan. They don't ever talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation.
Journey, but first I want to give you the opportunity to respond to recent headlines about the alleged domestic violence incident with your ex-boyfriend. What do you want to share with us about this?
Honestly, it's been a heavy time to see the headlines, especially during this time of The Bachelorette being released, and it's supposed to be a really exciting time. I'm a person that will always speak my truth, and that's what I'm known for, and so when the time is right, I will be. But right now, just trying to be in the present moment and focus on this. But the thing is my kids do come first. Mm-hmm. My kids come first, and so it's been like just a back and forth process, trying to be here in the present moment, worrying about, home and headlines. It's been stressful, to be honest.
We did reach out to Dakota, and we did not, for a statement, we did not get a response from him. Now we have reports that The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has paused production on the next season. I know there's a season on right now, and then season 5 was in production. Reports say it's paused. Is that true?
Honestly, I I don't call the shots with production. So as of now, I have gotten word that it also has been paused, but I do not call those shots. So as far as I know, it was, but I don't know for how long and why.
I know you're one of the executive producers on the show.
Yeah, I got told that this year.
Oh, you
and
didn't know that?
I didn't know, and I
Oh.
was like, what does that mean? You know, I was like, like, I think just because we share our lives and we produce like our own, you know, lives.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that necessarily what that means. Really.
And how do you envision your future on that show?
Hard to say now, right? Just because of, you know, everything going on. It's hard to see past this, I'm not gonna lie. In this moment, it's just so heavy. And when your life is broadcasted out there in these headlines, it's like the end of the world. That's what it feels like. I'm not going to lie. But I will say I've been here before and I got through it and, you know, shared my story, my light. So I'm hoping that I can do that again.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Lion roar, na the mountain high. Smoke rise up, touch Jaja's sky.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Marz.
Whoops, it's Mia. I didn't realize I'm muted.
Ken Billions was good.
I'm Skeptic.
What's up? I'm Doc.
85 Slim.
And tonight on the Man Cave, we are taking a break from the politics. We're going to talk about modern dating. So if you guys have been living under a rock, Taylor Frankie Paul is having a terrible week. The week has gone from bad to worse. First, this video came out. They said that they're canceling the Bachelorette season. Now we're hearing she's losing custody of one of her children, possibly the others, because just so you guys know, they selected her with multiple baby daddies. This is probably the first time in history, and only a white woman. I don't see them calling up any other women of color doing this. Skeptic, what's your thoughts? Do you think that they would have called up a Latina, a black girl to do this, or do you think that they would have discarded her and call her a 304 and say she's not TV worthy?
Yeah, I think I first want to say that I think it's very sketchy what Hulu did because I did watch part of the Mormon Wives. One of the things that my guilty pleasure is watching trash TV on my off time just to kind of like relax my mind. And they had made it clear that she had gotten arrested for DV, right? But they didn't clarify just how bad it was. So this incident did happen a while back. And I feel lied to as a person who consumed their, show. I wouldn't have been a part of that had I known how bad it was. And like seeing what actually happened, I feel like number one, it's not just that she's wrong, but why did production continue to give her a platform, continue to push her forward? And they made things look like they made her look like a victim. I don't know if you guys have seen the show, but she very much looked like a victim. You were rooting for her to be successful. You were feeling bad for her at some times and feeling like her family was toxic and she was the healthy one. Come to find out, we were all tricked by a narcissist. So I do blame the way that the media, like you're saying, they protect white women in this form and they don't actually give us all of the information. I really don't like being blindsided. And I think part of the reason of why people are so upset is because we were part of the problem. We hate to feel like part of the problem, but why didn't you give us all the info? We didn't know she threw a chair and hit her baby that was right there in the living room. Y'all made it seem like she was just drunk and she whoopsie-doo. She slapped him across the face and got arrested. I mean, meanwhile, a chair got thrown to a whole baby. Like, that's wild,
Yeah, no, you're right. And we're gonna, guys, if you're watching, please hit the like button. We are going to play that clip, but let's build up the room first. But I have some exclusive clips to show the other angles of the arrest. Let's play this clip and let's see Taylor talking to Taylor Frankie Paul talking to the cops when she first was arrested.
Okay. So before I talk to you more about it, I need you to turn around and place your hands behind your back.
So is he not at all?
Not tonight, no.
I'm confused. So he pushed me and I'm under arrest? Why?
I can talk to you more about
Okay,
it.
that's fine, but I'm just curious why. I'm okay. I'm the one who's my. Am I allowed to talk or not?
Yeah, you can just give me a second.
So I'm the one who's my flight, so why am I under arrest? So you're going against his word against mine, correct?
It's based on the evidence that I'm seeing at this, like, here tonight.
What's your evidence? Just curious.
Just all the stuff on the ground, and you throwing things at him, and all that.
Are we allowed to ask him, or is that not allowed? Because.
What do you mean by asking?
Because when he sees this, he's not going to agree to it.
Let's walk to my car.
This is a lot of talking, y'all. I've never been arrested, thank Jesus, but I've witnessed people being arrested, and the police don't be negotiating like this. Ken, what's your thoughts on the video you just watched? Is that white privilege and woman privilege at its finest, or do you feel sorry for her? And I haven't even played the video yet that we're going to play.
Man, put them people in this Snow Queen's life. Put them people in her life. Take them babies, give her a hard time, throw the book at her, put her on a level 5 yard. Put them people in this
Not the level 5.
Put them people in her life. I'm here for it. White women are going to jail. Put them people in her life. She did it. Whatever they say she did that shit. Put them people in her life, man.
Oh, I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to play part of it, guys. If you're watching, please hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. But here we go. This is the clip right here.
Look at you. Look. This is called physical abuse. Yeah. Yeah. See, Taylor, this is all you do. It's the only thing you know how to do is hurt me. Huh? And you think this is okay? It's not okay. Holy shit. I don't give a Let me go. Stop. Dude, leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Your daughter is right here.
So let's move in front of the little girl so the chair hits her on purpose at this point in time. Like, what?
You're you. Stop throwing stuff and help your daughter. Help your daughter. Stop screaming at me. Yeah, look at you.
Now, please note that ABC had all of this when they gave her as the lead star of The Bachelor. I'm going to play the preview. Slim, did she deserve to be arrested? What's your thoughts? You're muted, Slim. We can't hear you.
I really fucking hate when I do that shit. But I think she does deserve to be arrested, but at the same time, you know, she knew how far she could take it with Brody. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, that's that beta male action. Like, you as a man, no woman should even feel like reacting that way. You know what I mean? That's a red flag from the jump. That woman knows exactly how far she could push this dude. And she got checked for it. It is what it is. But reality, ain't no real man letting that shit go down.
What I'm saying, Slim, if he Ike Turner her, he gonna go to jail and she gonna become the victim. You feel me?
None of that. None of that.
I kept his hoe in line.
It ain't even about that. It shouldn't even go there, is what I'm saying. Like, it should be a respect thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know how far you could push a person you have respect for. If you don't have respect for a person, it's a whole different vibe. So you gotta nip that shit in the bud from the jump. From the time you say my name is, Shorty will never react like that. It ain't about putting your hands on a woman. It's about
how he supposed to get her back in line, Slim? If she's just unruly, how he supposed to get her back in line?
bro, it
I
ain't
know what
about
Sugar Free taught me. Sugar Free
it's
taught
not
me.
about getting her back in line. It's about her getting there. Like at the end of the day, if a woman feels that she's allowed to go there with you, she don't respect you at all. So wherever that actually started was way before this altercation. This happened before.
Well, she tells a different version, guys. She said that he got her at a weak moment. This is the version she tells, and again, all of this was out there before TMZ leaked this. Let's watch.
And so it started with sadness. I was crying to Dakota, like hysterically bawling that I was so sorry for everything I've done to not only him, but my ex, my life, everything. I was like hysterically bawling. I remember that. We get home and it turns to anger, like full on anger. Like I was a different person. Like, and I went crazy. I was throwing things.
And this was in your house with Dakota?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I didn't know my daughter was downstairs on the couch. They're usually in their beds when I'm home. We had a babysitter. I came home and she was on the couch and I was throwing stuff. And so I threw a chair towards him and
at Dakota.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was charged with child abuse because it could have hurt her. And so in the state of Utah, I don't know other states if they have it, but it's called reckless child abuse, meaning if you throw something and it possibly did hit your kid or it hit your kid, that's called reckless child abuse.
Who called the police?
Our neighbor.
Oh.
Because she thought I needed help. I was screaming so much. And so she's like, I think she needs help over there. And he was trying to calm me down. And I was just throwing everything. I was so angry. And I was as we all know, I was trying to attack him. And I assaulted him. And I put, I took it all out on him. And so.
You physically assaulted him?
Yeah. And I did get, I got charged with that.
So they came, investigated, and then they took you to jail?
Yeah. Because there was enough evidence there that I was, the aggressor.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was. I was. And so they took me to jail. I, started to, sober up as soon as I got to jail. The worst part of it, though, is, I was blacked out for so much of it that I can't even, fess up to, everything.
She was blacked out for so much of it. I'm starting to believe Kamal is right. She was on that stuff. I ain't gonna say what that stuff is. Doc, do you believe this version she's telling? Do you think she seems like she's wrong, or does it seem like victim blaming, meaning blaming him, the victim, and she's not the one guilty?
Even in this interview, she seems like she's being given a measure of sympathy. Not apologetic, not any of that. When you see these young black athletes, anytime you see or hear them have any type of domestic allegation, their career is over. Everybody in the media attacks them. They should never play football, basketball again. They've become the worst people on the planet now. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers should be thrown in prison. Bro, she knew what she could do. I disagree with that. What Slim talking about. Some of these women is just unruly. It ain't nothing you could do. You know what I'm saying? But separate yourself and move on. You know what I'm saying? And get away from her, of course. But it had to get to this because think about it. Women can call the police on you and say all these things and send their baby daddy, their husband, to jail. He didn't even call the police on her because if he called the police, he a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You can't send your baby mom to jail. You send your baby mom to prison, they ain't fucking with you.
Hey, Doc, there's a lot of men that allow that behavior. I'm going to keep it a buck, depending on the nasty level of the chick. Depending on the nasty level of the chick, if she's super nasty, if she's a freak for real, a lot of men will let this go on because she's so turned up.
You know why a lot of men let it go on, Ken? A lot of men let it go on because even after this video, everything that she showed, she gonna get the house. She gonna get possession of the kids. She gonna get custody of the kids. She could go out here, smoke crack at the daycare on video. They gonna send her to rehab and try to portray her as a good mother. And you gonna be the one in a 1-bedroom apartment seeing your kids every other weekend a month. And that's why a lot of dudes try to put up with it.
He don't care as long she can smoke crack. He could lose everything as long as her throat still work. As long as
Nah,
she
that
still does, bro. I'm telling you, bro. As long as
maybe
she
for
still
some dudes,
does-
I don't think for the majority. I don't
For the
think for the
majority.
majority.
I
For the
mean,
majority.
did you guys ever see the internet?
For
The
the
guy
majority.
on the internet with the whiteboard that said, if you're super hot, you're allowed to get away with levels of crazy that the average girl would not be allowed to. I'm sorry, but super hot bitches are allowed to get away with a lot. Now, do I think Taylor Frankie Paul is super hot? No, but she is the perfect ideal for the Mormons in that space. She is their version of 10.
But you know, this was on a national television too, Mia. Let me play, see what she on a good day, what she looks like, and then I'll let the fellas raise their hand. Let me know if they were single, would they still try out? Okay, guys, after seeing what she looks like regularly, raise your hand if you would have tried out. Mind you, there's brand deals that come with this. Raise your hand if you were single, ladies, if you're watching, these are your men. If they were single, would you try out? Ready, set, go.
Man, if I wasn't single, I'm still there, and the chick that I'm rocking with is gonna okay me going there because we in it for the bag. So even if I got somebody, I'm still going.
Ken says he's trying out.
I'm just giving it out.
Are you saying just for the show? So are we talking about just for the show, or if we just outside walking around and see some chick, we gonna stop and try a crack?
Would you have given up
stop on the street?
your life for 2 to 4 weeks to go on this show? Slim says no. Gray, yes or no?
No, that's too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-3 weeks. I'm gonna wear a new party shirt every day. It's gonna be 500,000 viewers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm overly going too.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Gray, these men, they're upset. They're suing. They said that they gave up 2 to 4 weeks of their lives. Some of them had to go on leave their jobs, quit their jobs to go. And now with the hopes that they'll get brand deals, recognition, and it didn't happen. If you were one of those men, would you sue and would you be upset that all of this came out?
Well, I thought they always got like some type of check for going on those reality shows, whether it's Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, the check is minimal. What the big payday is after you can get brand deals, Instagram, things like that.
Well, they all try to get some internet fame after, so I feel like they can still air some of the footage. So I don't know if those guys have an actual lawsuit, because I feel like they just cut it off because of the allegations surrounding her. So I don't feel like that's fair. I'm pretty sure this is a production company. I'm pretty sure they have some type of clause in their small writing where they won't be sued. Or
any chance to sue a white woman is a good lawsuit. Great. What are you talking about? Of course,
well,
I'm suing.
I think they can sue, because the whole thing was she was supposed to be an upstanding person. She's not. ABC knew this. Hulu knew this. What's the difference now that you actually see this? All of this was out there. The actual footage was not, though.
Because you think they probably got some morality clause, right? You think?
Right, there you go. Exactly.
Even if they have a morality clause, I'm pretty sure there's something on there that says, oh, you have to go to arbitration or you have to go to this certain court so that we have the ability to win.
My biggest thing is I feel like people are, in my opinion, concerning this old footage, not the new allegations, but like concerning the old footage back from 2023. Like the point is like moot at this point in time, because her son with Dakota Mortensen wasn't born until 2024. So they got back together. He forgave her. They got back together. They continued shooting. Like people, in my opinion, I mean, Dakota is a leech. Dakota leached onto her because she was already famous. She already had millions of followers. I remember seeing her back in 2020. Okay, like we've been known who she was, because she cheated on her first husband, because they did that whole like swinging thing. And that's what originally really propelled Utah Mom Talk to the sphere. But I mean, she already had brand deals. She already had millions of followers. Dakota's a leech. He latched onto that. And then they proceeded to have a baby after this whole fiasco anyways. So at this point in time, it just seems disingenuous that Dakota would give this footage to TMZ, because even her ex-husband didn't get this footage during court. So, he tried to get the footage.
Dakota's just trying to level out the numbers, Mia, for all these leeching women out here, all right?
He is.
He is one man just trying to level the playing field,
he's
all right?
trying. I mean,
I'm
That's
gonna
why I
play
was
the
agreeing with
clip.
Ken, because they are still
Yeah.
together. So obviously she's doing
Yeah.
something right for him.
I'm gonna play the allegations. I'm gonna have Skeptic go. Skeptic, I want you to also break down when you speak about the swinging allegations. But this is supposedly she hooked up with him before she left, and this is part of why they want to sue too.
Of season 4 of Mormon Wives.
Yeah.
Ends with her sleeping with Dakota the night before she leaves for the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
The next morning, misses her flight
Yeah.
to go film the Bachelorette.
That alone is bad.
She's clearly not ready to be on the Bachelorette. She shouldn't be dating at all. She actually really probably needs to get off of reality TV.
Yeah. And then the news broke that they've paused production on season 5 because of a fight between Taylor and Dakota. There was a situation, apparently, Taylor going to Dakota's house
And allegedly
choking him
with a necklace.
The police were called, and then it was taken back. Then she went back the next night, and then something happened again.
And then Reality Steve posted a screenshot of Taylor calling Dakota 150 times in one night.
Yeah.
And it's this back and forth that has reached way beyond entertainment or reality TV. These people shouldn't even be on TV.
Yeah.
All of this is so dangerous and dark. There's kids involved.
Yes, allegedly their son Ever was in the room while this was happening.
Right. It breaks my heart for their son, Taylor's kids, having to be involved in all of this. It's just so dark. And on top of that, we have her season of The Bachelorette coming out, which at this point, people and ourselves are.
So, like, Skeptic, you're very lucky. You've been married for many, many years. But let me tell you, there's a lot of people that want to be single. They think they're single. They're imagining they're single, but they still out here dating. And this is what this is giving me. She wants to be single. She's imagining she's single. And she's doing this Bachelorette show. And I believe she's in and out with men. I don't believe it's just a show. What's your thoughts? And tell everybody about the swinging allegations with the ex-husband.
Yeah, I think that I think they're being used, is what I think. And I think we all were kind of used, including them, because Hulu's making a pretty penny off of giving us this trash and us consuming the trash, right? And the interesting thing is, like, she was married. She had a stable relationship. They come from a very, like, conservative background. I don't know what you want to call it. And was married to her husband. And they started hooking up with other Mormon couples who the girl's also on the show. The girl who she was hooking up with is also on the show. And after she got a divorce, the guy she cheated on her husband with is also on the show. So, like, this whole thing, now that you really think about it, is really crazy. And we're all just like watching this. And they started off season 4 with her and the guy she cheated on her husband with flirting around and going on a date together while she's friends with his ex-wife, who they cheated on each other's spouses with. I mean, it's wild. And so, and the crazy thing is, the whole time she's still talking to her baby daddy. So, like, honestly, this is 90s version of trash TV in 2026, to be honest with you.
Well, if they're swingers, I don't know if if the ideals of cheating apply. Like, sometimes I think we apply cheating as if, like, marriage is a monolith. Like, the swinger culture is super big, mad people in the pineapple lifestyle. Right. So,
but they weren't actual swingers. That's the thing. They were like
soft swinging. Soft. That's what they called it. So they called it soft swinging.
It was not actual swinging.
So it's like they get to go to base 1 and 2 and test out other partners, but they can't go past base 1 and 2, right? But she, on the down low, went over base 1 and 2 with her friend.
Friend's husband.
Her friend's husband.
Behind her husband's back.
Right.
Okay,
but these are people that don't even drink soda. You get it, like they
don't even drink coffee.
They don't drink coffee. I mean, it's a weird culture out there.
Yeah, exactly, Ken. That's all of us. Like, what?
Base 3 would be hooking up with another couple, the partner, in a separate room. Base 1 and 2 is everybody doing the things together in the same room. For those
they
that
were
don't
just
know
like
swinger culture.
They were drinking and kissing each other, but they weren't going all the way. But then the husband and her, Frankie Paul, fell for each other and started liking each other and texting each other and meeting up at the gym and doing their own thing, which was considered cheating, which caused both of the couples to get a divorce. So,
but she won't drink a Coke.
But she won't drink coffee though.
Well, because they're like Jehovah's Witnesses. It's like mind altering. Stimulants are considered like mind altering and body altering, so they don't like touch any caffeine or anything like that. It's very bizarre.
They also have like undergarments that they wear.
Practicing ones have those weird Puritan like undergarments.
Come on, Doc, you get it. Sex is natural. Coke is not. Soda's not. You get it.
That's where they draw the line.
If anything is more mind altering, it's the endorphins and stuff you get from swinging probably over a goddamn Pepsi. That's crazy to
more
me.
Dopamine than anything.
Man,
I mean,
the crazy part,
messy people though. Both of them are messy, trifling.
They still have the same people involved in the show. So like imagine they've got the man, the other husband in the show also with his new girlfriend. They got his ex-wife in the show, and they'll pass pictures of her ex-husband, or have they passed pictures of him? Because I've seen pictures of him everywhere.
I've seen him, and he's also now looking to take custody of her daughter from her. Because he's very upset. Because he said that he was told, last thing about that. He was told that he could not get access to that video, and he's upset that it's not out there. But go ahead, Doc.
Imagine showing up to this show, though, like somebody who wasn't a part of this whole like scenario, and you genuinely here for a good experience, right? And like they be having probably having bad joints come out here, and then you get shorty. Like, yo, they should be suing her. I ain't gonna front off that alone. Like her appearance alone should be a suable offense. You know what I'm saying? Like they be having like real tens on here. You know what I'm saying? And now we got the Mormon Bad Girls Club.
Somebody called Natalie. Get Natalie on the line. We got one. I will say I learned this. Okay, I learned this earlier today. I was doing a little research for this. So Taylor Frankie Paul is originally from a city called Pueblo, Colorado. And that is the equivalent to Decatur, Georgia, and like Fayetteville, North Carolina. So she's from a ghetto area. And she's from a fucked up area. So, and when you think about it, people weren't surprised that know her, that grew up with her and grew up in the same area as her, that she was exhibiting these fucking crazy behaviors. She is not from Utah. And allegedly, her family is very well known for being messy. The Livens family is very well known for being wicked messy back in Colorado. And then when I saw the footage, because obviously she got arrested, her parents went, they bailed her out, they did all that, you know, at the police station and whatnot. Her family didn't bat an eyelash. They were cool as a cucumber. That right there tells me this is her usual behavior. They're used to her being a crash out. They're used to her doing this stuff. There was no, where are my grandbabies? What happened to my granddaughter? What happened to you in Dakota? Are you hurt? They were so cool about it. Like, this is probably her baseline. She probably is a crash out naturally by how cool her family was with it. Because I would have been like, "Where's my grandkids? What's going on? You beat his ass." Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? My mom would have been hyped. She would have had questions.
So, guys, well, never mind. I was going to switch gears. So we had a guest, but I don't see her anymore. We're going to go to the next topic of the night, guys. We're going to talk about Latto. So, poor Latto. Latto's having her first baby. Allegedly, homie's married. And I'm going to show you who Latto's baby daddy is.
What was the last thing that you discovered about yourself?
That I'm really a simple person.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't really like to do much. Like, I really like to chill. Like, I have fun. I get excited to go home at night. Type shit. And just play the game and just chill. Type shit. Like, I don't party, I don't drink, I don't club. I just like to just be at home, just with my kids, kicking it, chilling.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's the season you heading into? It come with age?
Yeah, but I be trying to snap out of it because I'm still a rapper and I don't want to be like, give like old man.
You is like Unc.
Yeah, for sure. That's good though. I like being like Unc. You keep waking up every day, you're gonna be Unc too.
So, welcome to the show. Charity, thank you for coming. Let everybody know where they can find you, and then we'll get into the topic. Uh-oh. Well, okay, we're gonna switch. We're gonna move on. I don't know what happened. Slim, you were so quiet the first time. What do you think about 21 Savage having a baby when he still is allegedly married to his wife?
Damn, 21 got Latto. Salute. I mean, that's the best I got. I ain't know that. That's big. But he stepped outside, but he need to handle his business, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we living in an era where this shit is kind of normal, and it's sad to say that, to be G with you. But we living in a prostitutional type era, man. Seriously. And no matter what it is, intimacy is kind of like picking up the phone. You know what I mean? And it's not as sacred as it should be, and it's not as sacred as it used to be. So, to be honest with you, you can't be shocked when it comes to situations like that, because, I mean, they shouldn't even be talking to each other if he married. I mean, that's just how that go, but, you know, they live in that lifestyle.
Well, this is... Oh, sorry.
One second. Slim, I'm surprised you let this illegal immigrant slide like this, Slim. 21 ain't even supposed to be here right now. He an
I don't
illegal
like the nigga in general,
He's
but I
supposed to
salute
be
him
getting
for that.
deported.
Hey.
Slim, you supposed... He
Hey,
here
that's the
getting
best I
Latto
got.
pregnant.
I don't even listen to his music. I don't even like him like that. But I
Make
think
an
that's
anchor
how-
baby, Slim. You ain't supposed to allow this.
Hey, bro. To each
I'm
his
just
own.
saying. I'm just saying.
Well, here she confirms their relationship.
Chanel, my wife. Running through these New York streets, about to go have this dinner with my husband.
Oh, wait. So are you tired of people asking about you know who?
No.
21. So you're not tired of hearing about 21?
My man, we love you.
We love you, girl.
See?
That was your proof, Slim, that she's having a baby with that.
But she good with it. She good with it. At the end of the day, she good with it. Same thing with Cardi B.
Bird. There are too many pigeons on the ground and not enough in the sky. They're all a bunch of
At
pigeon-headed
least
bitches.
Amber Rose was smarter because he kind of said some bad things about Amber Rose. But here she goes explaining how she wants to be with her man, and this is what she had to say.
A two-parent household. Do you yourself see yourself getting married? Is that something that you want?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to have like the husband-wife, white picket fence kind of lifestyle, or what do you envision for the future of you?
I want to have my husband, lots of kids. I won't be rapping by then, so I can be like full-time mom and like have a garden in the back and like chickens and cows.
That shit over with.
And like 10
Right?
dogs.
All these hoes be holistic at
That's
heart.
really in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Mhm.
How? What's the timeline on a goal like this?
I guess I'm just going with the wind right now.
Damn, that's a good question.
Cause I don't want to have a kid like tomorrow. I don't think I'm ready to start rapping yet. So I don't know. I can't put a timeline on it.
But when the time comes, you'll know.
Yeah, when you see me, well, y'all ain't gonna see me because I'm not gonna be on social media no more. I'm just be with my farm and my garden and my kids and my man and my animals.
So, when you're pregnant, you're off social media, or you're saying when you reach that level of your life, or?
I probably would be, because the way they be tearing these folks up, I probably would be off social media.
Okay, so we'll know.
So mind you, this was a year ago, and here we are. She's pregnant. Doc, have you ever had a situation where things went faster than you would have liked? It appears they weren't using condoms, and here she is pregnant while he's still married. Do you have any stories to tell, or any homeboys that you would like to tell their situation where it was just like You know, you hanging out for like a month or two, and then boom, pregnant. It don't gotta be you, but maybe you have a homeboy.
Of course, I was in the army. You know what I'm saying? And I got a witness up here at the top right who will tell you we was wilding. You know what I mean? You know, we Christians now, you know what I'm saying? Good God-fearing Christians now. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you had to spend $500. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, not $500. Charity, are you here? Oh, wow. All right, y'all. Doc, Ken, I'm gonna have you go next because this is a whole lot right here. Yeah, this situation, this is what she's talking about, her man. And Ken, I have a question for you.
At this point, everyone knows that you're in a relationship. Do you still deal with people like men being funny?
Do everybody know? I feel like I need to scream it from the mountaintops one more time.
Every living person knows. If there's ever the epitome of my man, it's you. Literally, the sound is you.
What can I say? I love my man.
We know. Have you always been that way when it comes to?
love that. I'm a Capricorn. What?
Okay, but what does that mean though? Like,
I feel like when a Capricorn in love, like when we single, we single. But when we in love, like I wake up, my man. I take a shit, my man. I make breakfast, my man. I'm driving, my man. I'm bathing, my man.
was there ever a day you feel like in recent time where you like didn't think that?
No.
It's never happened.
No.
Just my man at all times.
Translation, I'm crazy.
My man. Bathe, my man. Sleep, my man.
Stop
bathe.
When he's doing also those things,
And
is
this
it
is
also
over
like my
21.
woman, my woman, my woman?
Wake up, my
bitch crazy.
Go to sleep, my bathe, my.
I think you found your match. If y'all both thinking the same, if y'all are thinking about each other while y'all are and eating, then you might have actually met your person.
It's for real life. Like in real life, I still get butterflies. Like in real life, I'm still obsessed. Like I still got a crush on my man.
Real life.
So, Ken, while I was preparing for this show, I was talking to my homeboy, and I'm like, "Yo, Latto is really fucking dumb." Like, when I'm researching, I was like, she's beautiful, but really dumb. Are you okay with accepting a girl that's like a 10 and really dumb, or do you want a 5 and really smart? And then you can say your other answer because I know you had something you wanted to add.
Well, I'm gonna take the 5 that's really smart, but I think most people are dumb in things, meaning like where things come from. Like, so the average person has never needed to look up the history of marriage, right? So we already have it baked in our mind. But if you're into anthropology, the first recorded marriage was in 2350 BC, and it wasn't institutional. It becomes institutional when the Roman Catholic Church takes over. So it was never a universal concept. It was a very regional concept, and then Rome makes it an institutional thing. And then as we've progressed in human society, we've added things on because people keep saying she had a baby with someone's husband. Human beings said that's not cool. It's up to the people to decide what their dynamic is. Marriage doesn't mean monogamy. It can mean that, but it doesn't mean that just out the gate, right? So we don't know 21 Savage dynamic with his chick. We can't assume that your marriage is everybody else's marriage. So you don't know what she thinks about that. We just automatically project what we think about it and our beliefs on a relationship to everybody else's. That's why we use the word cheating, because in our mind, we think marriage is a certain type of way. But as we're seeing with the internet, the world is bigger than you and your peer group. And you're finding out that people live way different than you thought they did.
All that. She's still a bird.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, Ken.
She's still a bird.
But
I'm taking notes.
She could be an owl.
I'm taking notes, Ken. Next time a bitch thinks she got me. Baby, this ain't the system that you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you have to talk about
that.
You can't just think because we're together, there's a default setting in place of an invisible social contract we have with each other. You have to ask me, am I monogamous? Don't just assume because we together, that's the standard.
Wait on me?
No, yeah, I'm waiting on you. You said you're taking over.
Okay, so this is about Jay-Z.
Great,
Oh,
you're
we're not even
2025.
hold up. We're
like,
not even gonna touch
looking
on
back
the
on the last
fact
year.
that Latto considered her.
Really.
Go ahead, Mia. What?
Oh my God, we're not even gonna touch on
There's-
the fact that people are
there's way-
bird for a reason.
Yeah, there's way more stuff, but Gray won take over. So.
Oh my God, Gray. We're not even
There's
touching
way
the
more
fact
stuff.
that this girl put out a whole album talking about she big mama, no kids, she ain't gonna be a baby mama, blah 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 blah.
And she got some girl drunk, and the girl lost the baby. Like there's way more to the
Right.
story.
She got some girl
That's not even
drunk.
half
The
of
girl
it,
lost
like,
the
to be honest
baby.
with
I
you.
mean, she
There's way
literally
more.
put out an entire album talking about how she wasn't like these other trifling bitches. She weren't gonna be no baby mama. She gonna get a ring. You know, the white picket fence, like she said, blah, 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 blah. Here she has popped out 8 months pregnant, bird brain, and she's a baby mama. After making an entire album telling us, big mama, no kids. Like, get the fuck out of
You
here.
said that on camera?
And she said that on camera,
Play
yes.
it, bro. I want to see it. Did she really say to play the video?
Well, I was gonna play the video of her getting someone jumped.
Mia, some men is coming through with that pipe, and that's what it could be. You can't blame the girl.
I mean, right, she is pretty empty-headed. And I will say, as a fellow light-skinned, I mean, some of us are smart, but she just is not smart. And, you know, and I watched an interesting video earlier of a woman break it down to Latto's entire identity is tied to her being yellow, her being high yellow. That is her entire, and like, that's it. Her original name was Mulatto. Her entire identity, her entire rap career, her look, everything is tied to her being biracial and pale as fuck, paler than meat with, you know, the blonde hair and the light brown eyes. So, and then I'm interested to see how dark this baby is going to come out, because your entire spiel on life is being yellow. So
I don't think the
out,
baby. I don't
watch
think the
that baby
that
pop
dark.
out dark as hell. Now, what
No,
you
I
gonna
don't
do
think
with
so.
a dark as hell baby?
She's biracial, and my son's father is like dark, like a shade darker than Gray, and my son is like Slim's color. Not necessarily.
I'm just saying, her entire identity is tied to the fact that she is light-skinned, and she uses that to her advantage, and she uses colorism to her advantage, which is fine, whatever. You should make money off it. It is what it is. But I'm just it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic she has with her own child, who arguably is going to be much darker than her and probably look more like 21.
I don't like how you attacking us, Mia. You know
I'm
what
just
I'm saying?
saying. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it
how
real.
dark that baby come out. We don't care how dark that baby come out, all right? We're going to be out there like light when they hold the baby up and say, who's the pappy?
They
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna hear Simba in the background. Savannah, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna hear it in the background.
So you don't have a video of her saying what Mia said?
She said it though. She said it though, great. And then it was so funny because they've been putting the memes up now talking about Big Mama, one kid. I've been seeing all the people posted online, like all the hood rat ratchet bitches, you know what I'm saying, at least on Instagram.
Yeah, I
you know
think
what I'm
I do
saying?
have
So-
the video.
Play
I have
it.
the video of her. This is her pregnant.
Hey, this baby ain't slowing shit down but the horsepower. Had to get the rolls and put the lambs up for a while. Still stepping on shit like
A hit record clears all sins. She back
21 must be writing. That
And-
was
and-
that was fire.
And shout out, I can't blame 21. She bad as hell. I would have shot it up too and deal with the consequences later, man. Fuck that.
I mean,
Let's
I'm
go.
glad she's working because this will be 21's third kid. So, I mean, his estate's going to be split 3 ways, maybe 4 because he got a wife. So, I mean, she needs to be out there in the streets working, baby. She ain't getting that much money.
Put them
Black
all
people
on the
don't think
compound.
about that. Black people don't think about that. You have to.
She-
She didn't say what y'all said that she said that. That was just a video. But I'm gonna get to Jay-Z and what he said about appearing in the Epstein files.
You're 2025. Like, looking back on the last year.
It was hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad we got right to that, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like, I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred, with all like, we in the space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby.
This civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person, especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You know, you hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. You know, morals, integrity. Code. Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was gonna walk through that. We was gonna walk through that. Because, you know, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, you know, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing. Yeah. Actually, it was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026.
Skeptic, you've been quiet over there. All the left-wing people are talking about the Epstein files. How do you feel about what Jay-Z said about being in the Epstein files?
I mean, I will say he's not implicated in the same way that other people have been, and we haven't seen any consequence for even politicians and people in the government. So I will say, I don't know if I agree with his perspective on it, because even in the 90s, like I'm a 90s kid, I'm a millennial. Things were seen differently. It depends on what generation of people you're talking about, because dating someone when you were a teen that was like in their late teens or early 20s was not frowned upon the way it is now. Like, now we raise an eyebrow at a lot of things, but back in the day, a lot of things were kind of seen as normal. I don't agree with what he's saying. I think he's trying to play in our face and like tell us that we don't know what we already know. Like, people that have been here for a minute are like, hold on a second, that's not true. Because you had 16-year-olds hanging around with you when you were way older. Why were there 16-year-old girls with rappers? Like, you can't play us on that, because we knew this for a fact. And being a 90s kid, I knew and had friends, teenage girls that were hanging out with way older guys. I mean, this was seen as more of an acceptable thing in society back then. I mean, ask your grandma. My grandma and her husband, who passed away, I never got to meet him, but they were way far away in age. It was seen as acceptable back in the day. So don't come and tell us that you never behaved badly or you didn't hang out with underage girls when we know for a fact that you did. I mean, there's pictures of you hanging out with someone who was not even 18 yet. So I don't like when people do that. It just shows that you're not being honest, and I can't take anything else that you're going to say honestly, because you're obviously still lying.
For sure. So did Jay-Z choose Kendrick over Drake?
The thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl, it's like, oh man, he's choosing the side and he's and he's not.
Like I don't have, what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having a monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Word.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to a battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them two guys battling, like, what's that got to do with me?
Word.
Have at it. Have fun. It's almost like, not just me, by the way. They drag everybody in it. Like, everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm fucking Jay-Z. or due respect to him. I'm fucking Hov. Do respectfully.
Word.
Like, for what? To what end?
Yeah.
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened, the Lex and TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Myth-Fleek, what is the Myth-Fleek slugs in your hat, right?
It was slugs in your hat. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, I actually regret that, because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
But also to your point, like, I remember I was like 10 or 11 when that happened. I was
Got
like,
to pick a side.
Well, I was on your side.
Yeah, I got clearly.
But my position was, I can't go out and buy Stillmatic or ask my parents to buy Stillmatic.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna borrow it and burn it because I can't deny one mic, you know?
Like, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But I ain't supporting them.
Word.
Yeah.
You notice the background change on the first clip. It was
Hold on,
black.
Ken. I want to
Okay.
ask Slim, did Jay-Z pick Kendrick over Drake?
I mean, it was a strategic move. I don't think he did it because of the battle. I think he did it because of the views and what's going on with Kendrick's success at the time. And I think it was just a chess move. You know what I mean?
For sure. Ken, what you was gonna say?
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say, you notice the background change on that background is white. So the white background is for like innocence, right? So to make myself believable, right? That I wasn't up to anything and I chose Kendrick organically. The first background was black. So to symbolize authority, right? And he wasn't actually talking about the Epstein files. He was talking about the Busby investigation that was tying him to something else. They never even got into him in the Epstein files. That was him related to something else. So he never touched the topic of the Epstein files. But notice the change in the background, because those color changes and themes is to change tempo and to change attitude. So the white is to symbolize purity, right? And the black is to symbolize authority.
That made sense. So Boosie was accused of some allegations. So I'm gonna let y'all see this, and we can each say if Boosie's guilty.
I'm ready to tell my story, how I was sodomized and raped by the rapper that goes by the name of Boosie.
Sodomized?
This took place when I was 5 years old. He dated my mother back around the 2000s. And he was a very violent person, what I can remember. He was very nice to me in the beginning. And it went about him coming around a few times after the fact, and he started to act like a different person. One night, my mother was asleep, and he came in, and he started to abuse me then around that time. I actually can remember I was sleeping. It was midnight. It was dark. I was sleeping in my bed at my grandfather's house. And I can remember him sexually assaulting me. And he was on top of me. He was on top of me. And I cried, and I kicked, and I screamed, and I told him to stop. He kept raping me. He wouldn't stop. And I can remember him whispering in my ear, and that I would never have a true love. He would always be my first love. I can remember me biting him, kicking, screaming for him to get off of me. I was having seizures. I can remember this man leaving me on the floor covered in blood. He left my grandfather's house and left me covered in blood, passed me a towel, and told me that I had to clean so I can clean myself. He cleaned himself. He gave me a towel for me to clean myself. And I can remember him leaving the house. I was so tired. I had to crawl to my mother, covered in blood, to get help.
Before y'all respond, I want to give what Boosie said.
They got this lying ass bitch and gave me fake accusations.
Damn.
Saying I raped her when she was 5 years old.
Early.
And gave me the worst accusation a man could have in the world, bro, you know. So I'm suing this bitch for defamation of character. I just left the lawyer's office. I need her real name. I got $1,000 to anybody who got her real name. I need her brother's real name, her cousin's real name, her mama real name, her grandpa real name. I'm gonna take everything from this bitch. If you know her kids' names, the schools they go to, I won't post them. I won't. I'm finna show this bitch that I'm not to be fucked with. I mean, this some crazy shit, you know. Somebody probably paid this girl to do this shit, but whoever paid them, you done. I mean, you done. But I'm suing this girl for defamation of character on my name. Anybody, I got money, bro. Anybody got this girl name, I got money. You got where she work at. I'm trying to get this shit filed to her. All you blogs, I'm sending a cease and desist. I'm gonna sue y'all motherfuckers too. But I'm lost for words right now, bro. But you trying to make some money today, and give me this information. I need all information on this girl. Everything you can possibly think of. I'm paying for information on this girl. I mean, that's the worst shit ever. This bitch fake crying on the internet. Like, this is a damn shame. You know, the lengths people go. But, yeah, if you trying to make you a quick $5,000 a day, I need information on this girl. I need her real name, addresses, all that, man. You know, I'm gonna show this bitch I ain't to be fucked with. I'm finna. You want Joe's bitch? You want play with me? You want play with my name, bitch? I'm gonna show you. I need information on everything, bro. All information. $1,000, all information, bro.
Females playing with a man name. So we'll go all around. Everybody's going to respond. We're going to say whether she's telling the truth or not. Slim, if you're telling the truth.
I think Boosie is funny as hell, number one. And I don't think he did that shit, man. I mean, you know, allegations are allegations, but I don't think Boosie getting down like that.
Doc?
Nah, I think she lying.
Skeptic? Mia?
I mean, it was hard to pay attention. I was just kept staring at her eyebrows and the fucked up Snapchat filter. I mean, I don't know. Bootsy's done some pretty predatory things. He paid for a prostitute for one of his 13-year-old sons to lose their virginity. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's the world's best dude, but I'm saying she sounds like she's lying.
Skeptic, is Boosie guilty?
I think from today's episode alone, I think that if I've learned something is that you do not know people. You don't know them from watching them online. You don't know them from watching them on TV. You don't know what their life is like behind closed doors. Like there are people in your life that you probably don't even know. So I would say, I don't know. I don't have enough evidence, but I think we should definitely look at what we have as evidence to either exonerate him or find him guilty. So as of now, I don't know, but I will say just from all the things and all the situations we've seen today, like I listened to Latto and I did not know she was like, I learned what Latto was like today. And I thought I knew her as an artist, and I come to find out I don't know her very much. So, and then look at Frankie Paul. So we don't know people. Like, you might like somebody, they may present in a way, but we don't know these people. These people are strangers to us.
Nora, is Boosie guilty?
Believe all women.
Kid, is Boosie guilty?
There's no such thing as a perfect victim, right? Or perfect tears. And my man Boosie did have like a young 15, 16-year-old hitman that committed a lot of murders for him, right? I don't know nobody. I just know me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what celebrities do. I don't know whatever. But what he's saying, though, I got some money for you, based on his background, those are dog whistles. Those are dog whistles based on, what do you need me to do? Let me get your brother name. Let me get your family name. Let me get the people in your life name, right? And based on Boosie's background, he will put money in the street to get business handled. You know what I mean? But I don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And anything is possible. She could be lying. He could be lying. I don't know. It'll make some good tea for the new party, though. Whatever way it go.
I could tell she lying, Ken, by how she said sodomize. Sodomize. I knew she was lying the moment it came out. I could smell it on her, Ken. Sodomatized.
Well, Laura, you went to the Diddy trial. So Usher is saying that Diddy was just a good partner. So since you saw Diddy in press, we'll let you respond to what Usher said.
It'd be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created. And I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy.
Yeah. You told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you have that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea of the level of discipline that came with that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop. Now, you can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture and create something that was not just Black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as.
Okay, Nora, we covered the Diddy trial extensively. You went to the trial. What is your thoughts on what Usher said?
My thoughts is he was at them parties. I'm just kidding. When I went to the Diddy trial, it was very salacious. Diddy looked very rough. His family looked very scared. I looked his mother in the eyes. She was very scared for her son. I literally was on the elevator with Justin Combs. I think many things can be true. There could be multiple sides to him, but I can tell you from somebody, I was in the radio on the radio in college, and there were rumors about Diddy parties. Everybody knew that's how Diddy got down. So if anyone's telling you that they didn't know, they are lying. They are lying. They are lying. Now, do I think he raped anyone? No, I don't. I think there were willing participants. That's just me. I'm just telling you what I observed. Even when he had that one assistant take the stand, I was there for that. There were so many holes in her story. Even when Jane Doe took the stand, it was like so many holes in their story. I mean, the only person I genuinely felt sorry for, I'll be honest, was Cassie, and that's because she was 19 years old, and he really, really beat. As you guys could see on the video, he beat her, and there were multiple evidence and photos of her bruises. So, two things can be true, but I think Usher's lying. I think Usher knew. And I think it's sad that he's not being held accountable. I think it's sad that Jay-Z is not being held accountable because I believe Jay-Z also knew. And I believe Diddy was the Epstein of the hip hop scene.
Well, they say that's why Justin Bieber supposedly attacked Usher, but we're all parents here, so I'll play this last video, then we'll go to the final thoughts because Sammy, he was like a one-hit wonder. His baby mama just dropped the baby at his door in freezing temperatures. Here we go. If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell. Know we go live. Mia, what's your final thoughts?
This has been a very fun episode. We've talked about a lot of stuff, and I'm going to end with people are trifling. It don't matter what race you are or gen you are. Everybody is crazy, and in general, people are just trifling. So be fucking aware, and don't drop children off in sub-zero temperatures. It's ridiculous. Somebody call CPS on that lady.
Skeptic, what's your final thoughts?
Believe it or not, from just watching Usher and the way that he speaks on the situation, he was taken to Diddy at a very young age, which to me is a very sad thing that a parent would take their child and give them to, I don't care if you're famous, would give their underage child to a rapper or any person is wild to me. And the way that he speaks shows me that he not only is a victim and was probably messed with, if not physically, mentally, was so like manipulated that he doesn't even realize how abused he was. And even the way that he speaks on how they were so hard on him, he has these weird stories. And I've seen an interview of his when he's like, we used to wake up and eat cereal together, and then he kind of like pauses after he says that because he was like 13 or 12 when he first moved in with Diddy, which I think is wild. So he, like, I don't know, he just hasn't dealt with his trauma or just doesn't want to speak about it publicly, which I respect both. But I feel like the way he even addresses the whole situation to me shows me that he was a victim. And man, we are in some crazy times. I thought politics was crazy. Real life and TV drama is even crazier. So how do you leave a baby in the freezer? I don't know. Some people need to lose custody. This is wild out here. And also you can't say that she was sitting in the car. We heard the car zoom away while it's freezing outside. And that's a newborn is wild. Anyways, follow us on TikTok and we'll see you back on Monday. No, wait. Yeah, Monday for Man Cave.
For sure. Nora, what's your final thoughts and promote your show?
Hi everyone, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Come back tomorrow night. We will be discussing extremism in America. Extremism is ruining America. We're going to talk about the far left and the far right. Yeah, I mean, my thoughts are dating in America is cooked. If you guys have a partner, please stick with them, make it work, because dating sucks. And make sure you guys follow me for all the latest celebrity gossip, Real Housewives, Love is Blind. So please go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you.
Slim, what's your final thoughts?
Oh man, another good show. That's the best I got right now at the end of the day, man. Love each other, take care of your children, and keep getting money. Man Cave.
Doc, what's your final thoughts?
Free R. Kelly, Man Cave.
Kid.
Man, we hear men talk all the time about how the babies do better with their daddy. Drop them babies off to their dad. I don't give a damn if it's cold outside. I don't give a damn if the niggas at work. Take the babies, bring them to their job, and give the babies to their daddy. We keep hearing men talk about how babies are raised better with their daddy. Fuck it. Pull the plug and drop them babies off at these niggas' houses.
For sure. Well, y'all heard Nora come back tomorrow. Thank y'all for watching. Man Cave, have a good night.